I live, move, and have my being in spirit. As a fish lives in the water and a bird flies in the air, so I will draw health, success, and happiness from this all-enveloping presence. The more you keep your seed thought in your mind, the more you will attract situations for that to work. Let's prep a cucumber to make a revitalizing beverage for hair, skin, and oddly enough, those same minerals are good for optimism, things that strengthen our body structure, also strengthen our moods to be more positive. Does it help you grow hair? Well, it might have if I had started doing it about 5 years ago, maybe 10. Didn't know about it? We'll see what happens. Check back in 5 years, see how we're doing. Let's rinse this cucumber off first with a little bit of apple cider vinegar, which is a good way to rinse most vegetables to help remove a bit of the pesticides and things like that. Also tends to help with just neutralize the surface and prep it for being cooked or eaten raw. Quick rinse with apple cider vinegar. Rinse that off a little bit with water. To make this juice, we're going to run it through a blender and then strain it through a cloth, through a cheesecloth, and then squeeze the cheesecloth to get the last bit out and hopefully keep most of the pulp from coming through. A lot of pulp, especially the skin of a cucumber, would irritate the digestive tract and not be very pleasant. I'm going to cut it into pieces so we can get it into the blender, but also this will help with the chopping up. Why not just eat a cucumber? You will not grind up the seeds as well, nor the skin. And that's where all the silica is, among other things, and other essential vitamins and trace nutrients that help it be so healthy for us. So, I have to wash that off since we dropped it on the floor. Do we put the stem in? Because we're going to filter it? Yeah. This recipe is one of Paramahansa Yogananda's recipes, as he called it, a youth cocktail, which doesn't mean it a lot in our culture. At the time, there was still a bit of the myth of people going to Florida to look for the fountain of youth. This is back in the 30s and 40s, so that's why I use the term youth cocktail. Let's get this thing blended up. Why not just run it through a juicer? Well, not everybody has a juicer, that's one reason. And also there's something about squeezing it yourself that's kind of nice. You do cleanup is about the same with a blender or a juicer. That's just something to consider. They don't clean themselves. So we have some cheesecloth on top of a strainer. Ideally it would be ceramic. You're going to pick up a little bit of something from running it through stainless steel. These are live juices. They are going to be reactive. And the sooner you eat them, drink them, consume them, like anything else that's alive, the more it's going to do for you. So now we have to squeeze this, get the rest of the juice to come through. And try to have it stay in the bag or in the cheesecloth. If you clean the cheesecloth well and rinse it out, you can get more than one use from it. Can you put just a weight on top of it and let it just sit and drain for a while? Well, you'll need a deeper container, a bowl, than a bowl, or a deeper bowl, but that would work too. Even a strainer or even a juicer wouldn't capture all the juice. Some of it will just stay on the sides. Though the ones that, of course, that is prime composting material, or if you have a plant you're potting, you can put that underneath in the potting soil, and it will add a lot of great energy to your plant. I ran back through the strainer one time. It appears something got through. Makes about 6 ounces. It has a slightly tangy taste, but it's still sweet. I find it quite pleasant. There's nothing quite comparable to cucumber juice. It's good to drink it a ways away from everything else to give it time to work on your system directly. It's not especially a diuretic. It is slightly. Anything that's in the family of these, which it also includes, oddly enough, watermelon is in the same family as cucumbers, and you can kind of see how they look sort of similar. But cucumbers are watermelon are much more of a diuretic than a cucumber. Might have a slight cleansing effect. We're principally eating this for its silica content, which is very good for hair, skin, and nails. And it's super available by running it through this process. Not too hard to get down at all. Has a very clean taste, slightly dry. For those who remember, dry helps turn up our rest and repair. An interesting test is to see how strong your bicep is. Drink this juice and see if you're a bit stronger with no other purpose. And if you want no other preparation or thought, if you want to see how that compares, then try having a little bit of sugar of any sort and see if you're still as strong. I'm Omkar for Omkar Structural Bodyworks. Pain-free strength and flexibility is your birthright. Claim it.